Supriya Panchangam is the visionary founder and CEO of the Future Founders Company. This India-based social enterprise specializing in creating and implementing sustainability-focused initiatives. The India Sustainability Startathon 2023 is a flagship competition aimed at students. The event received 1,800 applications, of which 20 teams have made it to the final round. As a curtain raised to the grand finale, Supriya shared with mystartuptv the core vision and mission of Future Founders Company.
India Sustainability Startathon is the qualifying round to select 15 young innovators who will get a fully funded opportunity to go and be part of the Sustainability Leadership Program, which is the ASEAN China India Youth Leadership Summit in Singapore. And we're doing this in collaboration with the Youth Alliance in Singapore based, they're called OSG Youth Alliance. They're based in Singapore. They work with students across Asia. The India Sustainability Startathon is primarily designed in 4 phases. Phase 1 is an orientation and an SDG awareness program where we introduce them to different sustainability development goals and what each goal stands for and how does work in each of these SDGs look like, what are goals that the country as a country India has signed up for across all of these SDGs, etc. Students sort of demonstrate through their worksheets, etc., some interest, their passion to want to work in some of the themes. For this year, the theme for India Sustainability Startathon is SDG 11 and 12, which is making cities sustainable and responsible consumption and production. So based on both of these SDGs, we introduce them to about 10 different themes and they sign up to want to work in one of the themes. And based on their interest and their inputs, we've qualified some of them to attend the bootcamp. And at the bootcamp is a 2-day in-person program. And in the bootcamp, they spent almost the entire day, the first day, in just discovering the problem statement under the theme that they have signed up. The second day, they spend time thinking about ideas or solutions to some of the problem statements that they've arrived at. And then at the end of it, they pitch to us the problem statement that they have arrived at. And their understanding about the problem statement, they make a case as to why their team is invested or interested in wanting to solve that problem. We've now qualified some of them into phase 3, which is the masterclass and the mentoring program. It's 2 weeks of 7 masterclasses and 5 mentoring sessions in between each masterclass. Now, these top 20 plus teams are going through that phase right now. We started off the India Sustainability Startathon 3 months ago, I think in July, when we launched these in about 30, we reached out to about 30 plus colleges. We did the bootcamp in about six universities. We got in about 1,800 plus applications for the program. Over 50 teams have gone through the bootcamp. And now the top 20 plus teams are going through, 23 teams are going through masterclasses and mentoring. And they go back to their mentors, they talk about what they've learned in the masterclasses, they go back and talk about how some of these learnings, how they're able to apply it in the case, in the context of the project or the idea that they're working on. We've had a lot of pushback, which is in some sense also a great validation because a lot of students, we're trained in all of these competitions. We're sort of trained to pitch an idea, to pitch a solution, to pitch a working prototype, to which. But one of the distinct things that we've done with India Sustainability Startathon is to have them come pitch the problem statement. Right? So there's a lot of pushback from the students about, but we want to try our solution and we want to talk to our users about the solution, and they go sort of going through this churn about constantly going back and learning more about their problem statement. than really about testing the solution. So now they're going through this phase. On the 23rd, they will make their final pitches. And on the 25th, we have the winner spotlight ceremony where we announce the teams that have won the competition that will get the opportunity to go to the Youth Leadership Summit. But what we've also done is we have invited the DISC, which is Digital Impact Square, which is a TCS-run open social innovation organization, and they're now evaluating every pitch because they spot for teams and ideas at a problem statement level. The idea for us at Future Founders was to always look for resources that are within the grasp of the student, whether it is within their own institutions, their own classrooms, their own departments, their own cities, their own communities, and find ways and means to facilitate in a way that they're able to leverage these resources and continue working in the area or towards the project or the idea that they're working.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.